Tonight we are learning more about why an admitted killer of a KCK police officer may now be eligible for parole.
Jamal Lewis pleading guilty to several crimes yesterday, including the first-degree murder of KCK Police Captain Richard Melton back in 2016. 41 Action News investigator Andy Alcock live in the newsroom now to explain why this case may have played out the way it did. Andy.
Mike and Krista, the KCK mayor, police chief, and Captain Melton's family have all expressed anger about that deal. The target of that anger clearly is Wyandotte County District Attorney Mark Dupree. Based on court records, however, there appear to be reasons why Dupree did what he did.
Kind of difficult pill for the officers to accept, and many of them have voiced their frustrations today.
An angry KCK Police Chief Terry Ziegler expresses his and his department's frustration with the guilty plea of 22-year-old Jamal Lewis to first-degree murder after being first charged with capital murder. The difference? Lewis is now eligible for parole after 25 years. A capital murder conviction would have meant possible execution, and at a minimum, Lewis never would have been eligible for parole.
I don't understand that. You know, we would have hoped to see capital murder charged with a life sentence, a true life sentence.
How did it happen? It started with this document Wyandotte County District Attorney Mark Dupree filed with the court October 5th, a month before the trial was scheduled to begin. It offered an alternative to capital murder, murder in the first degree. Lewis and his attorneys decided their best option was to plead guilty to the first-degree charge, leaving parole open as a possibility.
My daughter, who is getting ready to turn 2 years old in December, will be standing in front of a parole board before her 25th birthday, because he gets credit for the time that he's been in there, begging them not to let him out because he took her father away before she was born.
Why would Dupree offer that alternative? Court records may provide the answer. One reason, a nearly year-long battle over Lewis's mental health was so heated, the judge issued a contempt charge to a hospital for failing to turn over records. Second is the issue of premeditation. To prove Lewis guilty of capital or first-degree murder, Dupree would have had to prove Lewis planned to kill Melton. In Lewis's guilty plea to the court, he claims he simply reacted when he opened fire and specifically writes, "I did not premeditate about shooting or killing anyone that day."
And under Kansas law, if the jury determined Lewis' shooting was not a premeditated or planned act, he could have been out of prison in roughly 15 years. Dupree has also pled guilty to 2 other crimes. It likely means the clock won't start on his 25 years of parole eligibility until he's served time for those cases, probably years. And of course, just because Lewis may become eligible for parole, it certainly is open to question whether or not he would ever get it. I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.